guys, this is Nurse J, Nurse in the Truth. I hope everyone's having a great day. Well, I am because, as usual, I've got my little people behind me. It's such a nice little, I guess, cubby hole, as you can say. I read in my chair that's behind me on the screen, and I light my incense, and boy, it does so much to my spirit and soul. So I just did my video on the origin of the word God and where it came from. Not what you're thinking, but it even goes much deeper than that. You see, as I said, everything pretty much comes from Egypt. Kemet, actually, because if you watch my video on the word Egypt, it is a Greek god. So, Kemet is the actual name of that. And it has other names as well, but in Godthal's book of Emerald Tablets, he called Kemet, K-M-T. Now, so let's say Kemet. Now, the people of Mali, the Dogon people, and you need to go do your research on that. These deeply devoted black Dogon tribe of Mali say that these divine beings came from the star system Sirius, and they helped them, and they taught them things. And even to this day, particular signs and astrology, these people know, and it's head on with NASA. And they're like, well, how do you know these things? Because you are in a remote area and don't have this technology. Because guess what? They taught them this information, and it's tribal. See, the continent of Africa is very spiritual, very wise. So, what about Sirius? It was the god or goddess of the dog star, the brightest star of the constellation Canis Major, and the pre-dawn rising of the star in the path of the sun was believed to be the source of the scorching heat and droughts of midsummer. So think about this. We have the star system Sirius that's called the god or goddess of the dog star. So Sirius is called the dog star. And it's called Canis Major in that constellation. So you have the god star in the constellation of Canis Major. The word canine, dog, your canine units, comes from this word, Canis. Look it up. Now, what even it gets better. As you see, got Anubis behind me. He's a dog. He's a dog-headed jackal. Jackal is a type of a dog. Anubis, in the Egyptian pantheon of gods, he was the god of embalming. He also was the protector of the way. He was also the guardian of the way. So, in Egypt, they say that when your spirit left your body, that this deity would take and guide your spirit on where it needs to go. Now, the Egyptians say that they were from the star system Sirius. And you have to understand that there are a lot of star systems and constellations. And all these light beings from all over. So we have, let's recap, Sirius, which is a god or goddess star, in the constellation of Canis Major. The word Canis is canine. It's where it's given to dogs. Anubis, which is your protector. He's loyal to mankind. And in Egypt, he would take your spirit and guide you and protect you and get you where you needed to go. Okay? So, in the Book of the Dead, it shows that Anubis takes you by the hand spiritually and goes in front of the weighing of the heart and the feather, the balance. And Ma'at is there with her feather of truth. Thoth, the god of wisdom and writing, the book of the life, the book of the Lamb. In Revelation, he writes, on, is your soul spirit good enough to ascend higher, or are you going to have to be put back down here and relearn your lessons in reincarnation? Then you're judged to where you're going to go. Now, that's what the Book of the Dead says. And you have to understand the Book of the Dead was the Egyptian Bible back 3000 BCE. And it could have been longer than that. Scholars like to forge the truth a little bit to make it jive with other countries' agenda. So anyway, that's the story. So really, is Sirius or / Anubis the God star? Do we go, after we leave as light beings, do we go to the God star or the star system Sirius? You know, the star Sirius is way, way bigger than the sun. And did you know in ancient times it showed a little black dot in the middle of a bigger sun? It's called the sun of the sun. So the sun is before you get to the God star. You get it? No one can come to the Father except through me. Now, let's look at something else. Some people say that it also suggests a link with the Egyptian god Osiris, because that's also a sun symbolism as well. And also, as I said, many cultures have historically attached special significance to Sirius, particularly in relation to dogs, as I said. It is often called the dog star, as the brightest star of Canis Major, the great dog constellation. And Anubis takes you. If you ever watch the movie The Gods of Egypt, it is so cute. How Anubis takes the girl by the hand and he says, stay on the path. Don't get off the path. You know, there's a scripture in the Bible that said the path is very narrow, and few people can enter. So, is it talking about the narrow path to get to the star system? Is it because we have not come to grips of this reality? Can we break the spell to ascend? I wonder, you know how people are taken very early in life? Is it a situation to where I know little babies that are born, they don't have any recollection of anything, but I'm just talking about like people that are in their early teens and 20s. Have you ever thought that they mastered this life at such an early age, that they were so wise that they got taken to the next level, and we that were in this illusion didn't understand? You question so much. Why? And you wonder, how come the scumbags of this life are so old and decrepit and they're still here? Does that ever make you wonder? And they do evil and they're still alive. But then you have people with such sweet spirits, old, and they're alive. You have to have a balance of homeostasis in this world. You have to have light workers to defeat the darkness. Light always wins, people. It was also classically depicted that this was Orion's dog. And the ancient Greeks thought that Sirius could affect dogs adversely, making them behave abnormally during the dog days, the hottest days of summer. And you see, that's what we always say too in August. We always say, God, these are the hottest dog days. And you don't even know where this comes from. You just heard it. In Sirius is mentioned in Surah An-Najm as the star. And I want you to think about this, because I have this book of the Quran, or the Quran, however you want to say it, with the K or Quran, where it is given the name, the translation of Asira or Ashura, the leader. The verse is, and it says in Arabic, that he is the Lord of Sirius, the mighty star. Okay. Makes sense. Correlation to the dog star, the God star. You see, Christianity stole from these Hebrew texts. Rome wrote the Quran and gave it to the Arabs, the Muslims. Some people don't want to hear that. Do your research on how the Catholic Church was behind the putting of together of the Quran. And it will bring you to your knees. See, Rome did a fantastic job not only getting all of these three types of people into war. Rome hated these Jewish people that practiced Judaism, and they had to make a god for Rome in Greek, you see. And they're battling with the Jews, the Judaism. Then, when the Arabs came, and the Arab conquest, the Mohammedan conquest, they had to shut the people up from causing too much trouble because they were in the east. And you have to understand that the Roman Empire was the east and the west. So they gave them something. So, you have all kinds of things coming out. So how come it is that the Islam says that Jesus is a prophet? And he is not God. It says in your Bible that Jesus says, I am a prophet. And he has said, this man, he real or not real, that he is not God. But see, you stupid people out there that are so blinded, and I'm not trying to mean that in an ugly way, I'm just saying ignorant to the scriptures, that you don't want to look into this because it hurts. When you do surgery, my friends, it hurts and it's painful, and you have to have medicine to numb the pain and the agony. But after you heal, you feel good. And you can tell others how successful your surgery was and that you healed faster than expected. And that you need no more pain pills to keep you deluded. So the Quran says, and he is Lord of Sirius, the mighty star. Huh. Did they take some Egyptian literature, put it into the Quran? In the Theosophy, it says, it is believed that the 7 stars of the Pleiades transmit the spiritual energy of the 7 rays from the galactic logos to the 7 stars of the Great Bear, then to Sirius. From there descent via the sun to the God of earth. And finally, through the 7 masters of the 7 rays to the human race. So, the galactic logos, the galactic word, the galactic vibration, the universal law of cause and effect. You have to understand that there's so much more that we don't know, and we're not ever going to know. Our minds are only capable of so much knowledge. We can continue to learn. We are mortal. We're mortal right now. And then when we're released, we will know more. Am I good in mathematics? No. Am I good in physics or calculus? No. I never understood that. My mind shut down with that in school. So we're all different. We all have different things that we're here for. We don't understand. Our consciousness from the past have been cut. So, we're here for a wonderful purpose and time, and I'm excited because I want to see things come. I want to see the new golden age come. But there will be chaos, and out of chaos comes order. Natural law, cause and effect, polarity, that Thoth talks about. And they all knew this in the ancient world. So keep your head up. Keep searching for truth and keep always wanting to expand your mind and your consciousness. Always believe and know that you are divine and you are here for a purpose. And I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in the future. So until then, Hotep and Ashe, I hope you've enjoyed this video about the dog star. Is Anubis going to take you there? Well, if this is a real thing, or if it is not, I still like my little puppy dog. So, we'll see you later, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.